Hello? Let me double check that my mic is actually working. Okay, it looks like it is. Looks like it is. Hello? Oh my god, cat. My cat has been a nuisance all afternoon. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Whatever noise that was. I've caught Mimi chewing on my mic cord today, which I have literally never seen her do. So that is not a great omen. At least she didn't step on the computer on her rampage, but thank god. Hello! As you can see, my model's not on the screen yet. Hello, dear! Welcome to Strem. I'm breaking out my fancy background today for chatting on this fun occasion. Actually, wait. I completely forgot to update my overlay today. That is like the least of my concerns, but I thought I did that, but I guess not. It still says that maid mode is our current goal, which is not the case anymore. I need to update that at some point this weekend. But it's model time. I've had this model for a while. I just thought it would be fun to properly debut it today. I've got it down at the very bottom of the screen. And as long as nothing has happened since... What's happening? What's moving? Am I moving? Something's wrong. Nope. I grabbed the wrong thing, that was the problem. Something was moving it, but it was nothing I needed. Okay, here we go. That little head popping up. A little head peek, a little secret. This is my V-Roid model. Ooh. Let me get it up. Here we go. Is it working? Come on, expressions. There we go. Snapped into place. Let me lock it in. Hello! This is the V-Word model that I spent like 30 hours making. Hello! I wanted to use this for a while, but I had... one, didn't have a camera to do it, and two, was too tired. But hello! It's finally up and running, I finally have it going. And it's actually, like, responding to my expressions. I'm also using this, like, experimental thing that you can do with VC Face, where it just will automatically detect expressions. I still probably have to fine-tune it a bit, because I can see it keeps popping off my angry expression, which I don't know why it's doing that. But we are here, and it's working for the most part. I haven't noticed any obvious glitches yet. But hello. This was very off the cuff. I have nothing planned for this besides, ta-da, the model exists. And it is here. Actually, no, I do have something. So I spent around 30 hours making this particular model, and I had made other ones, but the majority of my work with the V-Roid Studio was purely making this model and making like other ones that I spent maybe an hour or so on, and I have still held on to the model I made in about 2 hours that almost made me quit using V-Roid at all because it just looked so bad. So let me grab that, actually. You'll see some of the overlay of VC Studio today, which is okay. Let me see, how do I get all my stuff back? Here we go. Yeah, look at this is atrocious. This is atrocious. I hate looking at this thing, but I hold on to it because it's a fun memory of, like, dear God, this is where I was at one point. And I was not happy. As you can see, the expressions are not at all, like, these are not working very well. The eyes are just constantly closing on themselves because I've had to fine-tune the heck out of this program and my model to make it so that the eyes would consistently stay open, and like not look like I'm like passing out constantly. I've also got a completely different hairstyle going on. Just everything is different. Everything looks so unfortunate. At least it's like it was not at all what I wanted it to look like, but it's the base is there. It just needed about a day's worth of work on it. But I like hanging on to this thing because it's a foul beast, and we must hold them close to our hearts. Okay. Now everything is correct in the universe. Back to stream. I want to try V-word so badly, but I'm terrified. Do it! Do it! I didn't even know it existed, and I found a tutorial, God, months ago. I don't know how long ago. Probably back in February. I found a tutorial. It's not online anymore. I think the person removed all their videos. But they did like a 45-minute just walkthrough of how to use the program, tips they had, and it made it a lot more accessible, especially because I wasn't interested in doing a like super anime design. And it was so nice to just like just fiddle with the program. And then there's stuff like the Booth website where people upload so many free assets. A lot of my model right now utilizes free assets, and you can look down in my about section, and I have a whole page of just all the different assets I have, where you can look at them, the artists for them, and what modifications I've done to some of the assets that I have. And the only thing I actually paid for is this vest undershirt I have. It was like $5, and then I did some color edits and put some different like patterns on it to make it specifically what I was wanting. But there's so much free stuff, and it's so like artist friendly. Like, you don't have to be able to do any art to make a decent model out of it. But if you have art skills and understand how art programs work, you can have a ton of fun. I did so much, like all this, like the ear coloration, the face, like the ruddiness, like all of that, the nose. There's not like a nose module. This is just painted onto the skin. And you just kind of have to be willing to sit there and work on the models to get them to where you want them to go. And you can do so much. The only thing that I have not been able to do is figure out how to get satyr legs. Because I currently have like pants on right now and boots. Because I can't figure out how to get satyr legs. Nor tail. Thankfully, I don't really have any plans for this model that have anything to do with showing below the waist. Much less, I don't even think in VC Studio you can do that. Or just, not VC Studio, VC Face. That's what I use right now, because my computer is not really good at running much things. So I have like the bare minimum set up to have a visually nice stream. But yeah, the whole actual human legs things is not a big issue, because for the most part, you're not seeing that. No one's looking at it. I also really like the dynamic expressions thing. That's really fun. I like that. It's not perfect, hence it being experimental, but it's a ton of fun to just like calibrate your expressions and just watch the little face go. There's also other programs you can like couple on it as well. There's one, I can't remember what it's called, but it allows for you to have your hand movements and better eye movement tracking as opposed to just standard VC face. But I wasn't interested in using it because I like the dynamic expressions that VC face can allow for, and it wasn't working with that application. And there's other stuff that I could use if I really wanted to have hand tracking. It just wasn't in the cards yet. I wonder how long it might take to do, like, a specific model for myself. I know I played with it for something like Live 2D. It would depend on what specifically you're wanting to do. Like, there's the learning curve of just learning how how VRoid just works at all. Like, getting used to all the different toggles, what they do, and then the next hurdle of determining what it is you're wanting. The biggest hurdles I had were just finding a hair model that was close enough to what I wanted, and then after that was figuring out how I actually wanted my eyes to look. I had the most trouble with that, because, like, you're starting off with a very basic, like, anime eye. And I thought I knew what kind of eye style I wanted, and I kept pushing it more and more detailed, and I just was not happy with it. And then at one point I just threw on dot eyes, and I was like, oh, no, this is right. Like, the dot eyes, the eye color around it being the same color as the skin, so it has that, like, almost Professor Layton Tintin look. So it's less of it taking a long time technically, and more taking a long time because you have the creative knowledge for what you want to achieve, but actually finding something in the program or in the capacity of the program to pull off what you want to do. And also the money of it. I bet if I, like, really wanted to get, like, good satyr legs, I could probably throw, like, I don't know, $200 at someone and they would make me a custom set of legs. But I didn't want to do that, because I am not planning on using this model for much. Hence why I spent at most, like, $5 on it. Because I just really needed this vest to look a specific way. But I'm very happy with it. It's very cute. I did some last-minute tweakings today on the face, because the face was just a little off. Because my process for making a model, I started off, like, way back when, I made a 2D model, not 2D model, I made a PNG model last year, like, literally made it overnight, used it in one testing stream, wasn't big on it, never did anything with it. And then I started designing a 2D model, and I didn't, like, do any cutting or anything. I was literally just trying to feel out what kind of design I would be interested in doing. Spent probably 2 to 3 weeks on that. Like, ideation, proportions, yada yada yada. And after that, that was when I had learned about VRoid Studio at all. And I was like, oh, that's great. I really like the 3D look when it's done with, like, a specific styling. It's free. It's free and you can just do it, which is so nice. You don't have to worry about the rigging thing. And so I did it and made this model. And then last second, I was like, you know what? I'm not 100% happy with this. I feel like I could draw out the idea I have, and then I wouldn't have to deal with getting a brand new camera anyway. So then I made the PNG model, fine-tuned the look there, and then went back to this model and got this model closer to what my PNG looked like. So it's like a happy medium. Also, Alarnia, hello! Welcome to stream! Hello, 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 hello. I forget if I've shown you this particular model or if I've just shown you the Rapture model. But welcome to my very first 3D model stream. To celebrate playing Professor Layton and its absolutely cringe 3D models. I am also using my cringe 3D model tonight, and I'm very excited. And a happy Friday, by the way. I hope your weekend is gonna be fantastic. I also keep moving too fast for the actual camera to catch up with. And am I gonna stop? Probably not. The camera's just gonna have to keep up. Sighs and dives. Yeet. The camera will live. So I probably should turn down the size of my model's mouth. I keep discovering how wide it will get, and being surprised by that. But the range of it is interesting. That's probably something I need to adjust in VRoid Studio anyway. It's so wide. Wide, I also need to do more calibrating with the expressions. It keeps filtering through some interesting expressions that were not happening earlier. Actually, I think the problem is that I moved my ring light like 20 minutes before I started stream, so the lighting is technically a bit off, and I don't know if that's just the webcam itself, or maybe I'm just trying to put a problem onto something, when it's just VC face having a limitation. And also, it's an experimental program anyway, so it having glitches is expected. Oh, I got an idea. Put tracker dots on your face. Oh god, no. Absolutely not. Nah, man. If I really wanted to make, like, this tracking program good, I would not be going to tracker dots. I would be buying better technology, instead of buying a discontinued webcam, for $50 because it was the cheapest thing I could find that people had, like, relatively positive reviews of. Same thing with my mic. I also think I got the secondhand as well. I love secondhand stuff. It normally works just as well, and is a little dingy. That's apparently what I look like when I take a sip of soda. Okay. I'm gonna stretch a little bit. I have been, like, working for so long all week, and I have a respite for this weekend, and then next week is going to be hell. I'm still surprised that I ended up having time this week not only to stream on Wednesday, but also be able to stream on time on Friday. I was extremely, like, I was expecting to be working literally until 8 p.m. every day all week. So the fact that that didn't happen was a very nice surprise. Free Geek is a great place to visit for refurbished tech. Good luck. Ooh, I'll take a look at that then. In the future. I'm assuming there's one in the area. But yeah, I'll have to take a look at that later. But yeah, this past week, I've been able to stream fairly normally. I just may have been a little tired. Next week, that's not going to be the case. Both Wednesday and Friday, I'm literally going to be in office from 5 a.m. to not 11 p.m., till midnight. Like, I'm literally going to be in my office for the entire duration of that time period. So, streaming is not going to be an option. So I'll have to have probably no streams next week, maybe next Saturday. But we'll see when I get there how tired I am, because it's going to be exhausting. And we don't get any time off afterwards, because we immediately have to work on other launches, because friggin' no one knows how to plan things at this company in ways that allow for people to be humans. But it's fine. We'll live. People get to buy their ugly shoes, and then I get to go to bed at, like, what, 2 in the morning because someone wanted to buy an ugly shoe at midnight? Ay. I judge a lot of our clients because I don't understand why they would like to buy this stuff, but it's not my problem. All the suffering for some weird feet creatures. For real! We're selling the melted Crocs. And I don't understand why people are like, ooh, I really want to buy these. It's like, why? People already dunk on Crocs enough. Now you're going for these, like, Crocs that have been through an accident. And it's just like, why do you want to buy these things? Why are you spending $300 on this ugliest shoe I've ever seen? Or the most basic shoe I've ever seen? Oh shit. Oh fuck. It's Lucy. Hello. You are free from the AI house, I see. I'm glad to see that you have made it to the other side. When are you streaming next, by the way, Lucy? I want to catch your stream. I just want to make sure I'm free for it. I want to see... Yes, hello. I want to see the ferret bounce around on stream in the ball pit. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. Ooh, maybe tonight. Ooh. If it's tomorrow, I will definitely be free. Thank you! Thank you, Lucy! I spent like 30 years. I spent like 30 hours. I cannot remember that specific detail. I keep thinking 30 something else. If you think this looks good, let me show you the model. I showed this earlier to Deer, but I don't think anyone else was here. Allow me to show you the model that I spent 2 hours on when I was first learning the program that made me almost quit the program and not use it because I hated it. I hated it so much. Let me show you this vile thing. Okay. Behold this vile creature. Behold this sin against God. Oh, God. I had an idea, and I did not know how to execute on it. I was not comfortable with this program. I could not figure out what exactly I wanted. This is a vile thing that should not be, and it's so funny. Oh, God. And, like, you can see that I had, like... That's Blemma! This is my evil twin, Blemma. I spent... Like, you can see here, the bones of the idea are here. It's just it needed about 25, 30 more hours of fiddling in order to look like in, like, an actually decent thing. 2 channel redeems? No. If you spend 5,000 points, you will get Blemma for 10 minutes. And it's gonna be 5,000 because if I'm doing a stream where I'm not already using the 3D model, I gotta set it up. You're close. You're close to it. Let me actually, because I can technically do that right now. I have the... Let's see what happens when I try and load up Twitch right now. Let me get away from Blemma. Let's run. We gotta preserve this. We gotta keep this special. I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked Blemma again. I've also got... Actually, let me show these, because I did these randomly a while ago, and they cracked me up. So, a lot of aspects of this character model are like... Let me actually get it out of this. Are like, the sliders land more in, like, the neutral zone of like, where the sliders would be. It definitely leans way more, like, feminine, but it's definitely a middle ground of things. So I thought it would be funny, because you have, like, when you're in Vjord Studio, especially when you have a lot of custom content, you have it, like, saved with your specific, like, colors and measurements, and layers. So if you, in theory, open up a brand new model and just want to chuck all of that already designed stuff onto it, you can see just how drastic your model looks, proportion-wise. OMG, yeah, mask models are super tough to make in VWord. Yeah, the program is way more catered towards feminine models. But yeah, the mask models, they need help. You really gotta be willing to open up Blender for a 3D model of a boy. I know you did for your boy. But let's see what happens when I throw this model onto a male one. Let's see here. Where's my stuff? Avatar selection. No, let's do the female one. I think that we'll work up to the male one. Oh no! Oh no! Oh god! Oh, I look like a dog breed. I look like they're like, ah, man, the emancipated Shih Tzu, 5 out of 5 at the dog show. Oh boy, Oh boy, this is bad. Oh, this is unfortunate. This is like, let's see how the booba bounce. It don't bounce much. The fuck is up with this? This is the Fima model. Pugma. Oh, this is what happens when you cast Disguise Self, but you're not you're not used to casting the spell yet, and you don't have like the proportions in your mind. This is what you come up with. The shoulders. What happened? What's going on? I think the only thing that I tweaked on these was the ears to be like the right shape, because like you have to really destroy the model ears if you want to have anything like a deer ear like this. But everything else is literally just like the base of the game. God, it's so funny. But I think even funnier, the male model. Get some Castlevania shit. Avatar selection. I think I remember the neck being insane. Oh, that's right, they're tiny! Look at this tiny guy! Why is he so small? Why is the nose so thin? Why am I so short? Why'd they make it short? It's so unfortunate. This is like, it's somehow has, I don't know how Castlevania energy, like this is some Alucard, like in watercolor shit. Like, what happened? What happened here? What if this is what I looked like? Corey, no! 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 Corey, you joined at a bad time. I'm showing them the cringe versions of the models. So, this is... so when you make a character in V-Rid... there's a much cuter one I will show you in a hot second, but I need to explain myself. When you make a character model in V-Rid Studio, you can pick a female base or a male base, and that's what you can start to work on. There's a couple key differences, but for the most part, you can in theory finagle any model to look male or female, regardless of the base. And I thought it'd be really funny to see what my character, like, all my, like, attributes would look like on the base male and the base female model. And this is the male model, which is just a nightmare proportionally. And I have no neck, and for some reason I'm very short. Let me show you what I'm supposed to look like. Let me get back up here. Come here. Come on. Okay. This is what I look like. This is the model how it's supposed to look. This is what I spent... Shut the hell up, Corey. Shut the hell up. Yes, I'm short, but I'm not that short. I'm still... I've mentioned this... I forget who I've all mentioned this to. I am technically 5'5". The doctor, for whatever reason, decided that when they were measuring my height previously, that they just weren't gonna round up from 5'4.9"? Like, are you kidding? You see me. You see that it's 0.9, that we are so close to 5, and they say no. You're gonna stay 5'4" in these records, but you're like a little springier step away from 5'5". So I'm 5'5" for all like intents and purposes. Just someone had a bad day and decided I didn't get that last 0.1 inch. God. That math, yo. Absolutely rude. Stay mad though. Being short's better. I can live in this apartment that I have that is not accommodating to anybody above 5'6". I literally, you are not 5'4". You are definitely not 5'4". You're like 5'6". You are definitely not 5'4", Corey. I will queue. How tall are you? All the motherfuckers in the chat. No, you're not. You're taller than me. We've met in person. I was so ready for you to be 5'0". I was expecting you to be like Kelly height. Jesus Christ. That's right, everyone. Gang up on Lucy. Tiny. Absolutely little. I was so expecting you, Corey, to be very small, and then you were not small. You were very tall. And I was like, what the hell is this? I will crush you. I will kill all of you. I'm not itty bitty. I swear to fucking God, there was a point in my life when I was younger, like in we're talking like 3rd, 4th grade. There was a point in my life where I was the 3rd tallest in my class, and that's because my competition was 2 people who were like 6 foot by 6th grade. I used to, the world was my oyster. And then at like 5th grade, I just stopped growing. And the devastation I felt in my heart in 7th grade when I sprained my ankle and had to get an x-ray for it. And they were looking at me and they were like, oh, this is good. That this didn't happen much earlier because your growth plates are about closed up. And I was like, huh? I'm sorry, this is it? I'm not getting any taller? I had aspirations. I had dreams. And they were stolen from me because my growth plate said no. You're gonna be small. You're gonna remain little. And there's nothing you can do about it. Sam, if you want to fight me, we shall meet at Denny's somewhere between our locations. Yeah, just somewhere between between far left and between the 2 beaches. We'll meet somewhere in the middle. We gotta go fight. I don't know if I've ever been to a Denny's, actually. This is a true fact. I know of it. I know of the man. I just don't think I've ever been to one. My parents never really ordained it a thing to go to like a restaurant joint. And then like in high school when I went to prom, we would go to Sherry's at midnight. We were never going to Denny's. And then in college, we just went to a bar nearby after theater. All of my possible Denny's experiences got stolen away by some other somewhat more reputable establishment. As opposed to Denny's. So I've never properly experienced a Denny's Smackdown or whatever that's called. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Yes. Why do I look so mad? Why do I look so mad at Angle? That was like... I'm trying to see if I can replicate it. There we go. Like, part of me wants to keep tweaking with my expressions to get them a bit more, like, accurate. But I do love when I just, like, look very pissed for no reason. It's so funny. You mad just because you're small? Okay. Okay. I will toss you to the ground and stomp on you with my hooves. All you disrespectful. You come here on the day of my daughter's wedding and disrespect me. Aldente's for me has been post-opening night at theater. Yeah, like, all of my theater experiences, like, properly, all happened in college. I was either in college, or I was, like, an itty-bitty baby, and we wouldn't go to Denny's, we would go to, like, a family's house, and have, like, a potluck. I must go because of D&D, but I'm glad I could stop by. Thank you for coming by! Good luck with the D&D. Try not to die. I forget if you're running a game tonight or if you're playing a game, but either way, good luck on avoiding a TPK, which was probably happening. Hoof fight, hoof fight, hoof fight. I keep going back and forth of if I want to have real big clompy hooves or if I want to have like little delicate hooves. Anytime I've like had my hooves rendered, it's been in like a commission. And I've never had like a specific idea yet. I have not designed that yet, and maybe someday I will. But drawing full body, bad. I love a good half body of them. Designing shoes, no. Hate designing shoes. Liquid beverage. All right. We have been here long enough. We have looked at all of my cringe long enough. It's time to look at even more cringe 3D models. I can't remember where we left off on this case yesterday, but where's my scenes? Where are you? There we are. Okay. I might need to readjust. Let me move this immediately because I'm so far to the right. Where is my face? There you are. Okay, this needs to go to the left. Wait, don't move everything. Just this? Come on. Alright, everything's gonna move now. Alright. Let's go up too. Upsy daisy. There we go. Alright. Video game. Oh, I can lean into the head pats now. Thank you. Ha 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 ha. I can orientate myself when the head pats come. Ha 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 ha. It is very relaxing to not have to deal with a webcam with the PNG models, but it's so fun. Oh my god, it's loud. Oh, suffocating, dying. We're decomposing rapidly. Why is it loud? I fixed you. Oh, it's in-game that the audio is fixed. I am so sorry. The audio might be incredibly loud for like 2 seconds. We gotta speedrun. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's like not Animal Crossing. Oh, thank God. I forgot to turn on the desktop audio. God bless, my stupidity saved everybody. Here we go. Okay. Now you should be hearing audio. If you don't, that's a problem. If you do and it needs to be adjusted, let me know. I can fix that real fast for you. Okay. My laptop is like weirdly forward. I'm going to adjust it back, and if my model looks weird, we'll adjust. Nope, I think we're good. I think just move the model up a little bit, though. Oh, woohoo! Little face. Hello? Oh, I locked it, that's why. There we go. Okay. Now we should be good to go. Actually, let me real quick. Come on. Now we should be good. Alright. Okay, I guess they're going to recap for us. I think this is Phoenix's recap, but a really quick. So for those who don't know, there are two different sets of video games. There's the Professor Layton video games, which are puzzle games, and there are the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games, which are lawyer games? I don't know what else to refer to them by. But years ago, they did a crossover game, where they took both games' styles and gameplay types and smooshed them together. And so far, we are in the prologue. It's an interactive visual novel. They're such good game series. I'm not super familiar with Phoenix Wright, but I have played through the Great Ace Attorney, and Professor Layton is one of my favorite game series just in general. And I've played this game before, but I played it like when it came out, which was ages ago, which led to me not even remembering part of the prologue. So all we have missed so far is the Professor Layton aspect of the prologue, where Luke and Layton in London are found upon. A girl shows up at Layton's office and is like, hey, I need help. A guy named Car Accident sent me to you saying that you could help me out. And Professor Layton's like, Car Accident, my old student who apparently is a detective. We have to help him and you. And then the girl got absconded by witches. And she was already running from the witches, so we're not sure why the witches are after her, but it has something to do with something called a story and a town called Labyrinthia that the girl is from. Also, the girl doesn't know what London is. She just knows of Labyrinthia. So she's in, like, the one good universe where, I guess, England wasn't a thing. Because she doesn't know what England is, and frankly, I think she was better off back in an existence where England didn't exist. Yeah, the premise of the game is very Layton. It's heavy Layton in its, like, narrative and vibes. And from what I remember playing of the game, the Layton puzzles were not great in this game, but as someone who had never touched a Ace Attorney game, the courts were super fun. So it's a weak, mechanically Layton game, still fantastic character design and, like, fun story, yada yada yada. And then learning about court cases is fun. And so right now, we are in the other part of the prologue, where we are following Phoenix Wright and Maya Fey. They have arrived in Britain for some sort of, like, convention for lawyers thing. Somehow got roped into being a defense lawyer for this girl who seems to have gotten her soul stolen from her, sent to the Shadow Realm a la Yu-Gi-Oh style, because she's barely responsive. And then we have this beautiful woman who is in an atrocious mini-skirt business suit, who's like, hey, so this is a student at my school. She's saying she's guilty, so your job should be easy. Just go along with it and let her, I guess, lose the case. And Phoenix obviously is like, this is crap. No, we're going to figure out what's actually happening. And that's where we are. So we're back in this part of the prologue. I think this is Phoenix talking. And I'm also not clear. I thought Phoenix Wright was supposed to be Japanese, but he's got the most American accent I've heard in a while. So I just don't know what's going on. But after flying clear across the Atlantic... Wait, I should know this, because if they're in Britain... Oh god, where's the Atlantic Ocean? Yeah, they are American, because they went across the Atlantic Ocean, and now they're in London. Okay. I'm so confused. I don't know enough about Ace Attorney. Oh, you don't know about Japan? About what? Why do I look so sad? Is that a thing, Lucy? Are you making a joke, or is there something I don't know? I know there in that Hero 6 movie. I don't know about Japanifornia. I know in that Hero 6 movie where it was like Disney movie with the like they had like a version of California if it had been developed with a lot more Japanese architecture like influences. Is it like that? Is this a real thing, or are y'all fucking with me? Because I know y'all would coordinate for the bit. I know y'all would do that. Because I would do that. Oh my god. Okay. This bitch came from Japanifornia to good old Britain. And I guess this is Maya talking, because I don't think Nick refers to himself in the third person. Nick was stuck working right up so when we left, so he's kind of tired. But I'm pumped and ready to just get my sightseeing on. Okay, yeah, this is definitely May, I'm assuming. Based on the little I've seen of her, she literally beat Phoenix over the head with a pipe in court because she just wanted to test to see if you could hit someone on the back of the head while they were facing you. Wild. It's like the fandom's name for the setting because technically they're in LA during Ace Attorney. Interesting. I am just going to assume it's like what they did in Big Hero 6. Because that will make sense to me, because that's all my exposure to that type of concept. In a way that I am hoping is not like a distasteful representation. I don't know enough about this concept. I don't know enough about Ace Attorney. Oh, I got a lot of text from Lucy. Okay, we have an explanation. The expert has entered the room. So because the localization in the early 2000s leaned so heavily into trying to turn Japan into California, despite all the actual literal Japanese landmarks, the localizers basically explained that they imagined a world where after the gold rush and the construction of the Continental Railroad, the US opened its doors to Asian immigrants and there was a massive culture blend in California. Yeah, that's what I remember was happening in the Big Hero 6 movie. They were like, yeah, this is an alternate timeline where America was less awful. Was less dreadful. Okay. That makes sense. So Maya Faye's excited for Britain, and Nick has to work. This poor man is so tired. Even though he said he was only here for that attorney exchange thing and wouldn't have to appear in court. Listen, I don't think the man thought anything else. Considering how tired he was, he either just straight up didn't know or misinterpreted something. Or he had what happened to me this week, where he wasn't supposed to do something, and the last minute his boss said, hey, by the way, actually, I need you to stay after work for like several hours for no reason. Which I can imagine probably happened to Phoenix. He seems like the most put upon, the most put upon little meow meow you've ever seen. If his ancestor Naruhodo Ryunosuke has any bearing on his future. But after all that, we still ended up in court. And Nick said that I'm the one that would jinx us. You probably both are doomed. Looks like we'll be defending Espella. Alright. I'm raring and ready to go. Glad you've got a good head on your shoulders, Maya. Also, they talk so slow, specifically in the Phoenix sections. Like, the text was going fine in the whole professor sections, but we get to hear it, everyone's like, I'm going to talk really slow. I've checked. I'll check again once I'm free of this. I don't think that's an option. And it's not like it's a whole game problem, it's just the Phoenix sections. I don't know why. It's such a strange occurrence. It's very weird, but I've just been, like, double tapping to get through it all, so it's not terrible, it's just like, why are you speaking so slow? Phew, glad the first part's over, and that witness was quite a character. Oh yeah, Johnny smiles. The prettiest, stupidest man. Bet he'd love to be one on a criminal drama. He'd end up making it a comedy. I'd hate it if poor Spella was found guilty because of his shaky testimony. But at least now it looks like we might be able to get an Espella a not guilty verdict. I mean, you just proved one witness. You just showed he was not credible. They got other witnesses. Yeah, I hope that cheered Espella up a bit. I don't know if she's sad. I think she's, possessed. Man, we need to get you into a better outfit. I know it's coming. We need to get you out of this unfortunate suctioned in jacket. Oh, Darklaw. I forgot about Darklaw. How could you? Look at her. She's reading my newspaper. Like, she took it from me, or you just made one? Maybe it's just me, but she doesn't look pleased. She's mad. Oh, it's you. I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Wright. Wait, no, she's British. Oh, it's you. I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Wright. Oh, welcome to Ace Attorney artwork. Just wait till you meet the clown. I've seen the clown! I have seen the clown so many times! Oh god, I have seen her. I have seen the way that she slaps her suspenders, and I've seen the reason why that her slapping her suspenders right against her nipples does not immediately send her into hell. I've seen that poor confetti. Honestly, the worst part of it all is that her hair's a wig. That's the worst part. I can give a pass on the balloons. Those at least kind of make sense. But this woman didn't commit to the pink hair dye? Coward. Cowardly woman. Anyway, back to what's almost a perfect creation, and we just need to change the outfit. Yeah, fix this. Yeah, here's Phoenix stumbling because he doesn't know how to deal with a woman, because this is the most gay man you've ever met. Thank you. But while I understand your drive to win this case... My drive? He's just doing his job! It's not the time for your personal ambitions. Ma'am, you asked him to be a defense attorney? If you wanted her to lose, don't fucking give her a lawyer. I told you before, didn't I? That Espella is pleading guilty. And that you should accept the proposed punishment. Ugh. Oh, Espella. You poor thing. This incident has already been settled between our school and the police. Then why is there the court case? Why is this court case a thing? Come on, you wanted to get uncaught? I don't know how to describe it. What is happening? I hear a dog. I don't know if y'all hear a dog, but I hear one. Anyway. But, Miss Darklaw, Espella could be innocent. Believe me, it will be in Espella's best interest if you end the trial as soon as possible. My magic charm on her is gonna wear off. And then everyone's gonna be in a pickle because she's just gonna murder everyone. The more this trial drags on, the more traumatic it is for this poor girl. I don't think she has to be here. Like, she can just, like, wait outside? Like, there's so many ways around this, ma'am. I'm sorry. Oh. She may be saying that she's guilty, but is she really? Probably not, my guy. It is not hard to break a child. In any case, Mr. Wright, we don't want our school being shoved into the limelight because of this case. So if you could please refrain from picking up meaningless details, such as that toy. Get this trial over with quickly. This is your client's wish, Mr. Wright. She is a child. My god. At least I'm assuming she's a child. She looks like, I don't know, 16. Which I feel like is always the case for these people. I understand. I'll do my best. Blah. It's a relief to hear that. Let's go, Espella. See, they can just leave! Go somewhere else where the trial is happening. Yes, Miss Darklaw. What the heck was that all about? Fucking nonsense. We've been busting our butts in there trying to prove Espella's innocent. She expects us to just give up now? Why are you yelling at me, Maya? When you think about it, Darklaw is acting very strange. This woman is odd. Her own pupil's on trial, and she just stands around reading other people's newspapers. What's on the newspaper, actually? Give it. Hand it over. Yeah, she's so busy reading about anyway. Yes, let's learn. There's nothing about Espella on that paper. Was she checking the soccer scores or something? Okay. Sure, the soccer scores. Newspaper added to the court record. Maya's newspaper. The front page article is about the jewel thieves in London. I think I remember what that's about, but I'm not 100% sure. The break is almost over. We better go back. Flinch looks really confident about this new witness. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, dear, if you are familiar with this particular game. But this game has its own pain. And he's great. I'm Espella's defense attorney. I'll stand by her no matter what. Give me Flinch. Give me Flinch. Give me that pathetic little man. I try to unscrew the cap off of an already open soda bottle. The court now reconvene. Prosecution, is your witness ready? No. Of course, Your Honor. Bailiff, please bring her in. Get her. I need a snorf. Oh my god. Ma'am, that is not, like, kitchen compliant. Alright, state your name and occupation. Okay, literally, like, half the people we've run into so far are Italian, so this is just the Italian game, I guess.
The warm winds of the Mediterranean Sea carry the spicy scent of a seafood stew.
Cute, but she needs a hairnet. I'm more concerned about the midriff. Like, 1, you already need an apron. 2, please wear a full shirt when you're working in the kitchen, especially if you're handling big knives. Protect yourself. Oh, stream went crunch for a second. Okay, we're good.
A hot Sicilian stew that soothes the hearts of sailors braving the raging waters.
Ma'am. Oh yeah, that'd be real bad if she was frying anything. As someone who has had to deal with hot oil with the shirt off more than once before, yeah, it's not a good time. No one wins. No one wins. Just don't... Be careful, ma'am.
Blessed be the Sicilian cuisine and il nostro mare.
Why do you have a clam? Why do you have a clam? She's probably guilty for something. I just don't know what specifically. Yes. Miss Aldente is employed as a cook on the freighter where the crime happened. Was she the one who was attacked? A cook? That's the intrinsic attire you're wearing, Miss Aldente. It's my work outfit. It's very hot in the kitchen, you know. I'm not attempting an Italian accent. It's just gonna turn into Mario, and no one's gonna win. The slow bow. It would be a pleasant change after that chocoholic guard. He got up my nose. This man's like, ugh. Get this twink out of here. Get me the woman. Get me pretty women in court. I see the judge is remaining impartial. He's like, I don't like this guy. This guy's annoying. He's bringing chocolate-covered torches into court. Give me someone with sense. Give me a cook who cannot dress to kitchen safety compliance. Miss Aldente discovered the defendant in the cargo hold when she went for supplies. Okay. In the very back, though? Where the toys were? That's not really where food is. She found a Spella? That would make her the crew member that Johnny saw fighting with a Spella. Seems like she was less fighting and more of getting her ass beat. Getting absolutely thrown about. That's right, Mr. Wright. Miss Aldente was the first person to discover the intruder. Then she's the victim of the assault. I can read. Hit with a steel pipe. How cruel. Aw, he's never listened to the Magnus archives. He's not aware of the finesse of the steel pipe murder. He is not aware. If only I had my precious kitchen knife with me at the time. Damn. I've shown her my excellental... I'm sorry. What? Exeonial cutting skills? I appreciate what they try to do with this text sometimes to make it clear what the accent is. But, wow. I figured it's supposed to say excellent, but my god, this was a choice. Oh, it is exceptional. That is 100% exceptional. Exceptional. Yeah, exceptional. Oh my god. That was a nightmare to read. Nick, look at that. She's an expert potato peeler. Thanks, Maya, for the translation. Maya speaks Italian. You better watch out around her. I'm more concerned for her own well-being. Keep that in mind. Witness, we will now hear your testimony. She's the murderer. Probably. The thing is, we don't know of anyone who's died yet, so there's no murder charges yet. The charges are theft and assault. Granted, there's still plenty of time for someone to die. I don't remember if there's anyone who specifically dies in this game, because because Layton games tend to not feature much murder. People die, but there's not a ton of murder outside of one very specific case where a good portion of London becomes underneath, like, Geneva conventions get violated. The ways and the amount of people who probably got murdered. It's okay, though, because it was done by a very cute boy who was very sad and was also trying to kill the Prime Minister in the process. So it's okay. We forgive him. He was going through it. Certamente, gladly. Oh, she's dancing a little bit. She's dancing. I can dance too now, Aldente. You ain't cool. When I found the girl, hit boppin'. I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m. That collaborates with Johnny Smiles. I found that girl clutching one of them bizarro toys. I'm now realizing she kind of looks like one of my OCs who has what I can best describe as a conglomerate European accent. And let me see if I can give her that accent. I forget how comprehensive it is, but considering this girl's dialogue writing, I think this entire thing might be incomprehensible after a point. I found that girl eating and never mind, actually. I don't want to do that right now. I can't remember the accent. We're going back to reading normally. She made it as if to run away, so I tried to stop her, and she grabbed a pipe. Okay, so she was scared. That's fine. She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge, but she hit me on the head. I blacked out for a few minutes. Okay. Nothing immediately jumping out to me as suspicious. According to the medical report, you suffered a laceration to your head, correct? Ah, that. It's covered by the chef's hat, so you can't see it now. But that's on the top of your head, that's not the back of your head. But when I chop up veggies, it hurts to the rhythm of the strikes. Chop, chop, chop. Then cut slower. Big old goose egg inside that hat. Literally, we're gonna... Oh, this is pre-Giselle Brett. She's gonna remove the hat, and there's gonna be a literal goose egg there. That sounds most terrible, Miss Aldente. I should have been more careful, but she looked like a little piccola girl? That means something, and then the meaning is lost to me. I was much taller than Espella. Yeah, Espella's about the same size as you. Oh, so this is gonna be one of those cases where it's like her being tall is relevant to the case. Maybe short, but I'm well proportioned, and that's what matters. Alright, Maya. Aren't you also 16? Calm down. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to present the decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Damn, we got decisive evidence. This is a photograph of the defendant's fingerprints on the steel pipe. Ooh. Touch his fingies. As you can see, the fingerprints are very clear. They're left by the assailant. They're backwards, though? They're not held in a way that would be conductive for striking someone in the back of the head. Like... Because I remember last time there was a whole thing about, like, oh, there was a similar set of fingerprints on Johnny's torch. Let me see here. Well, the fact that they're next to each other is very indicative. So, with Johnny's, He was holding it weird. He was holding it, like, on his fingertips. But you would not be able to do a very big hit on someone if you're holding a pipe with your fingertips. It's 2 left hands. Is it? Wrong thing. Oh, we don't even have the evidence yet. Back! Is it 2 left hands? We have right hand and... I'm like testing. No, I think that could be a right and a left hand. I think so. I think it'd be 2. I think one person holding it. I think this just being held in a wrong way. Yeah, I'm doing it with my own. I can't show you, obviously. Yeah, it's just like you grab a bottle, wrap around. There you go. You got your fingers stacked up correctly. Yeah, because the middle finger, I don't think my cursor is on. Okay, I have to contort it a lot to do it. What are you doing that you're having to contort to pull that off? Well, if we find out it's 2 left hands, then I will, then I will apologize. I'm pretty sure it's... I was like, are you contorting to do that? What is happening? What am I not aware of? Alright, back to discount Payne. British Payne. Payne if he was a brother to Gordon Ramsay. They have already been examined and found to be those of the defendant. I'm impressed you got the fingerprints already. Oh wait, that's like a part of the process, isn't it? If you get arrested for something, you take your fingerprints anyway. Well, it settles it. This is undoubtedly decisive evidence. And she's holding it the wrong way, though. What? The fingerprints on the weapon are Expella's? What? Who would have thought? Just to put your inquisitive mind at peace, Mr. Wright, there are no other fingerprints. Damn. Rough. This photograph shall be added to the evidence. Thank you. Have I not warned you, Mr. Wright? Well, ignoring you, we're looking at the fingerprints. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're the same person's hands. And no chocolate to be seen. A welcome surprise. Can I see your fingerprints on this? No, I cannot. Okay, back we go. Further examination is but a waste of time. Yes, and everyone's literally telling me to throw this case, but fuck it. I disappear to make dinner, and I come back with tuna salad. Ooh, tuna salad tacos. That sounds fun. I made a tuna salad quesadilla once, and it didn't go well because it was too loose. But once it actually firmed up a bit, it was very good. So I hope you enjoy your tacos. Nick, what do we do now? This evidence clearly points to Espella. What are you gonna do, Phoenix? We're pleading that Espella's not guilty. If she's innocent, then this witness is lying. All we need to do is expose that lie. We've got to think straight and focus on finding the truth. Well, you can do one of those things. I believe that of you. The other one, I wish you the best of luck. In trying your best. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Yes, please. Let me know what she says, because I forget. I'm curious how obvious these ones are going to be in this game. Went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m. That checks out. And I found that girl hiding and clutching one of them Bizarro toys. She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her. Then she grabbed the pipe. She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge. But she hit me in the head, and I blacked out for a few minutes. So trying to dodge, that would work out with you maybe moving away. I'm gonna see this, because if she's holding onto a toy, that's not the right button. Let me just press that and see what happens. The defendant tried to escape? She had nowhere to run, though, because she was at the far end of the room. Why are you at the far end of the room? I'm really good at catching chickens that try to run from the knife, so I caught her. Rapidamente. And when you caught her, things took a violent turn. Yeah, she was so small, you know, I didn't think she had it in her. There was a steel pipe propped up against the wall right next to her. Was it the pipe from this picture? Was she defending herself? She might have been. I'm imagining she was fairly scared on that ship, so... Yeah, she picked it up and held it in both hands, and then... Okay, so that checks out. Where's the toy and all of that? I'm actually gonna go back to the beginning, because this one... I'm wondering what her full story is, because why was she going back there? What was she looking for? Why did she happen to run across this girl? The time checks out, but other stuff... We'll see. We gotta check the supplies at that late of hour? It must be tough being a cook. No, the saying, a thirsty sailor will drink the old Mediterranean Sea. That's why I always need to make sure we're properly stocked up, sweetie. Haha, sweetie. She's making those sayings up. Is she making those sayings up? The incident occurred at 10:20 when Smiles was doing the rounds. I see. Understood. She's admitting to drinking. I mean, last case, we had a guy straight up say that he, like, actively would be late to his guard duty, that he didn't have the lights on as, like, needed. I don't necessarily think she's admitting to drinking on the job, but with everything else going on, I don't think the ship is very tightly run, so I don't think they would care. What happened in the cargo hold? I found that girl hiding and clutched one of the Bizarro toys. Yeah, where did the toy go in all of this? Because if she's holding the pipe with two hands, but she has a toy, where's it going? And this bizarre toy she's holding was none other than... PC Badger, was it? The girl held it in a tight grip like a Seahawk's holding its prey. Are you certain it was the defendant? It was kind of dark in that room, but I swear Neptune on it was her. Okay, that tracks. It was dark. The witness was engaged in a face-to-face fight with the defendant. Even if the room was poorly lit, there's no doubt she would recognize her assailant. Okay. So you're trying to pretend like lighting doesn't matter. This fellow was holding PC Badger. Did she intend to steal it? I don't think so. What did the witness do upon discovering the intruder? She smacked her. She managed to run away. She grabbed the pipe. She's short, and you try to get out of the way, but she was cool. You sure it was the defendant that swung the pipe at you? I mean, who else would it be? We know it was the defendant because her fingerprints were found on the weapon. On the weapon. As you can see, she held the pipe with both hands, just as the witness had stated. I'll spell his fingerprints. That's some hard evidence, but then again... What is it, Nick? What is it? What is it, boy? What do you got? There's something about those fingerprints. Oh, it sounds like you're onto something, Nick. Don't get too excited, it's just a hunch. Oh? These fingerprints, they don't look quite right to me for some reason. Alright, so they're really just softballing this case so far. This fella swung this pipe while holding it in both hands. In any case, tell us what happened after the defendant took a swing at you. But she hit me in the head, I blacked out for a few minutes. Okay, that's just... What are we gonna do? No, you didn't! No, you didn't black out. Like, we don't have that record. She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge. She made as if to run away, so I grabbed her. So I tried to stop her, then she grabbed a pipe. So I'm pretty sure we're presenting the pipe, but the question is, do we present it here? It's gonna be one of these three. So she's clutching the toy. That's making the statement that one of her hands is full, but we have evidence to showcase that she was not holding the pipe. We have evidence to show that she was holding the pipe with both hands. And we have a statement that says that she was holding a toy, which in theory you can tuck under an armpit, so I'm not overtly convinced that that is this one. She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her, and she grabbed a pipe. She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge. What do I want? But she hit me in the head. I blacked out for a few minutes. She's short, but she swung the pipe. She's short. If she's short, then why would she hold the pipe weird? I'm just gonna present this and hope for the best. Objection! Okay, the music's gone. He's cocky. That's a good sign. It's always, like, very satisfying. Where on the head was she hit again? The medical report claims she was hit on the back of the head. It's weird, though, because she's claiming her hat's covering it, which is the top of her head, but the medical report substantiates that she was hit on the back of the head due to a laceration found in the area. I am gonna be shocked if that's, like, anything, but with these games, who knows? Yeah, there's no way she could have hit the top of her head because she's so short. Yeah, the height problem and also the way she's holding the pipe do not allow for her to hit her on the top of the head. Well, that's impossible. Why do you say that, sweetie? The defendant's fingerprints are found on the pipe. However, there's a contradiction here. Oh my god, can I turn off the flashing light? Settings. No, I can't. It's stupid. Let me turn off the flashing light. It's not fun on my eyeballs. Alright. Contradiction. There's a contradiction. I can't see. A contradiction? Impossible! That is the most interesting thing anyone said all day. Well then, the defoints... Defoints? Ugh, my god. Oh great, now you can guys watch me physically recoil when I mess up a word bad enough to have to auto-reset. Defense, explain yourself. What in the photo of fingerprints contradicts the testimony? The existence of fingerprints, the position of fingerprints, the location of the fingerprints. What a way to explain... Okay. My reason for thinking they're weird is because they are turned in a way that is not effective for the purpose of hitting someone in the head. But would that be the position, meaning they are positioned too high up on the neck, or the location because it is too low on the pipe? The grip is pointed a certain way and they're at the top of the pipe. That's what I'm noting. But my question is that pointing out the position being bad or the location being bad? Location. Okay. I'm gonna go with position because I think that's what the game is trying to communicate. But location. You're both saying location. Okay. I will trust you. And if the judge calls me a silly little fool, then that is on your head. My life is in your hands. It's the location of the fingerprints. What even is the difference between position and location? My assumption is position is meaning like a spot on a specific thing, and then location is like more of an area to area thing where it's like... Either way, we're about to find out if y'all are right or if I'm right. Because it's not existence. It's the location of the fingerprints, Your Honor. Oh, the location. According to the witness's testimony, the defendant held the pipe like this. Oh, I guess this is right. Alright, good job then. I was gonna be wrong. In order to hit the witness on the head, she raised the pipe like so. That's preciso what she did. No, it ain't. We know it ain't. Execution. Phoenix Wright. The practitioner of law and the executioner of law. But then she struck from above. But here's the problem. Think about the fingerprints that she would have left had she done just that. What are you getting at, Mr. Wright? It touches fingies. Look closely at the way I'm holding the pipe. In this situation, the fingerprints would have looked like this, the thumb above the other fingers. Indeed, there's no doubt about it. The way he holds his pipe. Oh. Phoenix Wright in court being like, everyone look at my pipe. Aww. Me and Phoenix have had similar situations of being like in front of a crowd, look at this pipe. Look at it. Judge criticized my pipe. Now take a look at the fingerprints that were actually left on the pipe. Touchy. Goodness. The thumb, it's below the other fingers? Wow. What? Who would have expected this? It's inconceivable. That's right, Miss Aldente. You're a lying son of a bitch. What is it? How the defendant attacked you as you described. The fingerprints would have been the other way around. Which would mean... something's not right with your testimony, you sack of shit. Ah! No! They've caught on! Maybe this court case doesn't start with the murder, but by the end of it, someone does kill someone. And it's the judge who has seconds to live. Order, what does this mean? These fingerprints were submitted as decisive evidence, and now they're decisive evidence for the other side of the thing. I'm screaming at the Zora section. Yes, yell at the fish. Scream. Tap on the glass. Make them run. I still have done no story in that game. The most story so far is that I'm currently embroiled in an election that I was not interested in getting involved in, but now I am. And it's all because I want to get a stupid hat. And because literally everyone was like, get in my business, please! Thanks, give mushrooms to people! Yay, fashion! How come this contradiction was not brought to light before? No one noticed, my guy. Literally no one was aware. No! Ms. Aldente, what do you have to say about this? I need to finish Breath of the Wild. Literally, like, half of the people at my office right now are like, when we have a free moment talking about the game. And then everyone else is like, we don't know what's going on. Literally to the point that yesterday, during a meeting, there was like a beat where no one was talking for a second. And one of my coworkers, he like leaned back in his chair and like inhaled in a way where it was obvious he was about to start talking. And like before he even started to talk, like everyone knew he was about to launch this as some sort of like thing talking about Tears of the Kingdom. And my other coworker sitting next to him did the verbal equivalent of spritzing him with a spray bottle. And she was like, no. We need to finish this. Stop talking about video games. Because this guy is so fixated on building this, like, ultimate electricity boat that just is designed to murder and collect large swaths of fishes. And apparently he found a schematic the other night that, like, literally already does that. And it was just so funny. Because my coworker who snapped at him, she's so sweet and she's so polite, and just every once in a while, she'll kind of snap at someone, and it's always so funny. And it's like never in a mean way. It's just, she just gets so exasperated sometimes, and it's so good. Me info dumping to my coworker about the memories and her actually getting invested. Literally, my manager asked us yesterday, hey, tell me about this video game. It sounds interesting. She's this, like, 40-year-old woman. I think she's 40. I don't know. I don't put it on our record. She might be in her 30s. It's unclear. She's never told us her actual age, which always makes me think that people are much older. Cat, are you eating the Christmas lights? You better not be. I'll be very disappointed. Oh, she looks so sleepy. She's sleepy. Her dinner's coming in 2 minutes. She's gonna start bothering me because her food is like 4 minutes away, which means she's gonna start pestering me because she thinks that will make the food come quicker, and it doesn't. But she's gonna try her best. Anyway, so this woman's apparently juggling prawns? Oh, that's a prawn. I thought that was just a pepper. Ma'am, why are you juggling shrimp? Why are you juggling shrimps? Excuse me, Miss Aldente. Know how to bring out the full sweetness of the sweet potato. I'm assuming roasting it? Huh? Use a pinch of salt. Oh, okay, just... Ma'am, you could have just said, you know how you flavor food? Salt! Interesting, right? You use salt to make something taste sweeter. I mean, yeah, it's the contradiction of it all. The taste buds contrast and it makes some other ones activate. Yada, yada, yada. I am not following. I remember it now. It was the other way around. Not as you'd expected. Ma'am, what does that mean? What does that mean? You gotta give me something besides just, actually, it was different. Wow. Okay, what happened, ma'am? What bullshit are we about to talk about? I'm sorry, I got a bit confused. You normally hold a pipe like that. But she's so small and the pipe is so heavy. She held it the other way. How did she hit the back of your head, ma'am? When you were trying to dodge? Oh, we are chugging along. What's happening? Stream. Are we okay? Uh-oh. Stream, are we good? I'm gonna save real quick before my computer just crashes on me. Save, please. Save, please. Okay, I think we're caught up on my end, I think. It's still a little crunchy, but it's not as bad as it has been. The other way? What could have happened? Not like now she's showing her pipe to the court. I see what you mean. She held it in this way. Okay. But you testify that she fiercely swung the pipe at you. I'm telling you, I got confused. Olivia's sorry, okay? Oh, this one speaks in third person. How could you mistake the way she held the pipe if she was right in front of you? Oh, why don't you go fry an egg? What does it matter if she held it one way or another? Oh. Sorry about that. Kitty cat. Let me make sure my audio. I tried to turn it on for a moment. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Damn, what a statement. What a statement and a half. Why don't you go fry an egg? Stop making the same cut. It's less impressive now. You want to call a slightly salted sweet potato a salty potato, because it's still a sweet potato. Ma'am, that doesn't mean anything. This is just talking nonsense. The witness probably has a point. The witness probably has a point. Doesn't she? Finch, no. No, she doesn't. She's talking about food concepts. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Shut up, Finch. So the defendant attacked the witness holding the pipe backhanded. Okay. Seems a bit unnatural, but it doesn't make sense, but it does make sense, I suppose. Yeah, it could work, but it's not at all what we were going for initially. Indeed it does, Your Honor. There's no problem with this evidence after all. Oh my god, calm down. Does the defendants agree? No. Kill. If I agree that no problems with this, could a spell have hit Olivia holding the pipe backhanded? Stay put, see where it goes, or prove that there's a contradiction. Well, obviously, we're proving that there's a contradiction. It's like, no, something's up. Had a little beverage. Well, Miss Aldente, I'm afraid that you're in the pickle now. Oh, I'd kill for a pickle right now. I can get pickles. I haven't had pickles in a while, and I feel like I've done a good job moderating my sodium content past few months. I can get pickles as a treat. I don't really see why. Adding a pack of lies to a testimony can turn things very sour for a witness. You gotta get that you got that sour packet out of there, girl. You mucking up the whole soup. You're gonna have to add a lot of water or milk to dilute that broth. You know what would contradict that sour soup, Phoenix? A little bit of sugar. It would seem the defense is prepared to prove its claim. Now, there is a contradiction in this witness testimony. Well, I'm glad Phoenix is prepared, because I'm not. I just know that there's something's probably fucked up because it's face attorney. Correct, Your Honor. I won't know until I try. I literally won't. The defense shall now present evidence to the court. The evidence contradicting the assertion that the defendant hit the witness holding the pipe backhanded is... The newspaper, I'm assuming, is going to come into play later. This... I don't know. This is just disgusting. And the fact that we have it still appalls me. I don't think it's necessary, though. I think they were just being like, haha, funny. Because it wasn't behind a witness statement that was necessary. They just happened to have it. Details. No, I don't think so. A light injury, a laceration to the back of the head, hit with a long, blunt object. I don't know. I feel like the obvious one would be the report, but I don't know what that would necessarily be contradicting. It would just be that it'd be really hard to hit someone in the back of the head holding the pipe backhanded, but it's not impossible. I know I could definitely do it. I haven't had training with pole arms, but from experience, I have a decent maneuverability with pole arms. This is not an innuendo. It sounds like it could be. This is not an innuendo. So you very well could. I don't think that that's an impossible thing. Police records, light injuries. It's noted it's light injuries. I'm also surprised that you got a laceration to the back of the head of all things. That's a bruise maybe, but lacerations? I'm gonna use a hint coin.
Watch your posture. Keep those glutes tucked in.
I'm sitting up. Don't worry. I was slowly going down. You can literally see when my posture gets bad. finally called out in real time. Sure, here is my hint coin. Take it. Oh. Okay. Not what I expected, but good to know. So one of these... this is not being presented right now. That doesn't account for anything. The evidence contradicting the assertion. Did Johnny say that he saw the pipe go over top? I think he said he saw it go up. It's either that Johnny saw something and we're gonna, like, bring him back to the stand, which I hope to God we do, or it's a medical report and it's somehow about, like, you can't get hit on the back of the head. I'm gonna put my faith in God, and hope that this means we're getting Johnny back.
Take that!
Nope, we're not getting Johnny back. Yeah. I like that the hint coin is still up there, telling me that, even with the hint coin, I failed. Back to the head. You can't see it because it was underneath her chef's hat. Oh. They're literally just, again, being like, she's too short to do it. Whatever. Okay. This thing. What's this? Oh, you literally get one hint per. Okay, that makes sense.
Take that!
Take that! Yeah, okay, it was the obvious thing. I should have... With this game, like, Ace Attorney, things are either the most obvious stuff in the world, or, like, the weirdest conclusion you've ever come to. Alright, Miss Aldente, you previously testified that you were using that hat to cover the wounds you received in the assault. It's normal for signorinas to cover up things they don't want others to see. And that's not all. You also described the defendant as little, if you recall. Maybe she parkoured? Don't underestimate her, Phoenix. That is to say, Miss Cantabella is, at the very least, shorter than you. Hmm? Kisses. I've grown tall and healthy thanks to the wonderful Mediterranean sunshine, and yet here you are in Britain. How low you have fallen. Fell? I can English. Let me ask you then. What are the girls shorter than you, holding a heavy pipe backhanded, manage to land a blow on the back of your head? Riddle me this, bitch. I'd say it's impossible. Well, I would say it is possible. Shut up, Phoenix. The fingerprints in the weapon show that the defendant held it backhanded. Meaning if she didn't... Point! It's highly unlikely she'd be able to hit Miss Alda's head at, like, that. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Wah, wah. Order, I will have order. What is the defense getting at? The hell are you talking about, my guy? Even if this was a highly unlikely, it can't be proven that it was impossible. Let's get to Bella's fingerprints found on that pipe, Your Honor. Nothing can change the fact that it was the defendant who held the weapon. Maybe there was another weapon on the scene? That is so. Does the defendant have any comments? Why is the music in this case, like, always weirdly hyped up? I feel like we're not quite at that point yet. I can't deny that. It's clear that Espella did hold that pipe. She held it like this, right? Almost like she was trying to use it as a wedge to get into a box. Why would she do that? It'd be hard to hit anyone like that. When she holds it like that, it looks as if it's a great machine. It's one of them great machines. Didn't they add new, like, machine categories? Forget. I feel like they did recently, like in the past couple years. But they were stupid, like one was like a combination of two machines. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've looked at that stuff. The court recognizes the validity of the prosecution's objection. Die. Fingerprints on the weapon prove that it was used by the defendant.
Objection.
The defendant's fingerprints may be on the pipe, however. It does not prove she hit anyone with it.
Objection!
Right, if that girl got a laceration on the back of her head, you would expect to see maybe a little bit of blood. Nonsense. What else should we pick up? What else would one pick up steel pipes for if not to kill? If you're picking up a steel pipe, you better have intent. I'm looking at you, chat. You better have intent. If you're picking up a steel pipe, finish the job.
Objection.
Oh, I think I've got a pretty good idea. Put that in the quote book. If you pick up a pipe, you gotta have intent. What you gonna do now, Aldente? Well then, the defense may elaborate on its idea. Someone would I, a small ferret, ever commit murder? Yes. I think I'd be shocked if you didn't at least try. The question is less, would you commit murder? The question is more, could you pull it off? Ferrets are perfectly capable of murder. They're perfectly sized to maneuver pipes. A group of ferrets is a business capitalist. Lucy! This entire time, this has been an elaborate ruse to steal money. You're in the Twitch pipes. We gotta get you to affiliate, Lucy, so that you can be a ferret in the pipes of Twitch's mainframe. Sneak around, steal the data. What I say next will turn this trial around. I like men! Oh, that settles it. Case closed. The defendant's fingerprints were left on that weapon when she reached for a weapon, attacked Mrs. Alden, tried to defend herself. Ferret treat point redemptions. Ferret treat point redemptions. Ferret treat point redemptions. We gotta get you the treats. What if the blue one and the red one kissed? Oh, what if they held hands? I love that one, because there's that anime. There's that anime of Phoenix Wright, and I know that there's all those, like, bloopers from it. Isn't there, like, one where Phoenix and Miles are investigating a sword, and, like, something pops out of it, and, like, they make some sort of comment that, like, definitely makes it seem like they're talking about dicks. Puts the 400k fic under the rug. Thick. Careful with that. I've got friends who would be ravenous over a fic like that, probably. Also, why is my computer... One second. My computer is plugged in, but it's somehow at 95%, and it's been plugged in all afternoon. I will need to look later at what power is being used right now. Because, wow, if I'm using enough power to over-exceed my charger on a new battery, I'm gonna have to do some checking. I really need to just get a new computer for streaming specifically. I can't justify that expense just for streaming purposes, but my god, would it be nice. Alright, I think she's trying to defend herself, because that's the only thing I can think of that would make sense to say right now that's actually a contradiction. Well, naturally, she held the pipe with both hands when she stopped it from coming down on her head. Oh! The cook. She's got gloves on. She wouldn't leave fingerprints to begin with. Stopped it? What, both hands? I'm glad, Phoenix, that you went that direction, because that's not where I went. Ooh. Please take a look at this photo. Oh god, based on the angle it was coming down, that, like, opening was gonna, like, hit her on the head. These are not the fingerprints of an assailant. but rather the fingerprints of a victim who is defending herself. Ah. Which brings us to the conclusion. Look at these finger points. Look at this finger point. The Miss Cantabella didn't attack the witness. She was in fact a victim, desperately trying to defend herself. 7-year gap angst fix and my weakness. Ah, the boys, they've been gone for so long. What if they're different people now? What if they're no longer in love? Ah! I'm just assuming that's how it goes. And if Miss Cantabella was a victim, who was the real assailant? There's only one person who could have done it. It was PC Badger. The fucking plushies, they're alive. We gotta burn them. The only other person at the scene of the crime was Olivia Aldente. It was you, wasn't it? Ah! They really give some weird sound effects to people. Order, order! If I cannot have order, the court will be adjourned. Yes, good, we win. Oh, be quiet, all of you. Someone's mad. Uh-oh. You just don't quit, do you? Oh, leave the morale alone. He's just a little guy. Run! 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 A lousy lure like you should get the chop. How about I show you my knife up close? Ma'am, it's not a good look to start threatening the guy who is accusing you of maybe trying to attack someone. You're really not showing a good look right now. It looks bad, Aldente. This looks bad and you should feel bad. Have you lost your mind, Mr. Wright? The witness is the victim, not the assailant. Ah, but what if she was? There's no fingerprints other than the defendant's on the weapon.
Objection.
Look at the witness outfit. Ooh, this game immediately starts to poop if I go to another tab. Look at the witness outfit. Whoop. Whoop. She's wearing gloves. That's why she left no fingerprints, because she would have been wearing the exact same stuff that she was wearing when she initially got hit. Ah, you prickly sea urchin. But you cannot be sure she was wearing the gloves that night. Okay. Thankfully, someone with like one brain cell in this moment.
Objection.
The witness has called this her work outfit, so she must have been wearing it when she went to go check supplies. Aldente! You devious lawyer, slippery as an eel. Like this eel, right here. Wait, if we hold for a moment. That sounds like good pussy. Well, so some of that holds true, especially in the alternate universe. It's canon that there's only 3 days that a person can be on trial. Interesting. Could we just, like, delay it, like, all trials and just, like, win them by default? Or is this just, like, every single court case you have to, like, prove you're innocent? Like, you... Right, because, yeah, the American system is innocent until proven guilty. Japanese system is guilty until proven innocent. So, okay, so maybe stalling the trial is a bad idea. Crime got so bad that they were like, we need to speed this up. We need to really get these criminals out of here. Fling! She's the only one in the courtroom wearing gloves. There was that guy, the guard. He was wearing gloves too. Do we get Smiles back? Do we get him back? Please! The guard... Oh, was that the previous witness? That's right. Gloves are part of the guard's uniform by regulation. See? That guard Johnny was wearing gloves that night too. I like how her pivot goes from I was the one who was attacked to, you know, maybe she was defending herself against this guy. Maybe she didn't try and kill me. What do you say to that, Mr. Wright? Judge, I say to that, bullarchy. Uh-oh. You say a naughty word, dear? You've been slapped. What was the gist of the word you were trying to say? Then you're claiming that the assailant was the person who had gloves on. That would make the judge a judge. That would make me a suspect, the judge. I was clipping you. Oh, 1 second. Let me fix this. Where is the Wait, I can do this like this. 1 second. I'm spelling this right, am I? Okay, now you should be able to post links. Okay, here we go. So you're claiming that the assailant is the person who had gloves on. That would make the... like a pussy clip. It's double posted. I see it only once. I think we're good. Since you're claiming the assailant is the person who had gloves on, that would make this... My brain wants to say judge so bad. Guard. The guard is a suspect, not the judge. My god. Could Johnny be the culprit? I don't think so, but my god, he should come back. Just bring him back. Just put that beast into a situation. No. We know it's not Johnny. He had chocolate on his thing. Aw, we can't bring him back. We have evidence to prove otherwise. Not the culprit. Why not? Anyone with gloves could have done it, didn't you say? We know what it looks like when he holds his rod. We know. He has a residue. He left his special residue on his rod. He likes chocolate a lot. And so there's always chocolate fingerprints on his torch. Because he carries that around. So he leaves his special residue on his special rod. Regardless of the gloves or not. I also don't remember him wearing gloves. I'm pretty sure he wasn't. No, I didn't. However, it does seem plausible that the guard could have done it. He was wearing gloves after all. Is someone yelling? My goodness, you ate 20 minutes ago. Now she's just looking away like, I didn't say nothing. You can't prove a damn thing. It's like, no. I know, tiny woman. I'm afraid that's impossible, Your Honor. And I have proof. There's a limit to the way that these models move that I have not looked into making otherwise, but trying to give the camera a look while looking down is not quite working out well. You do? Lest we forget about Johnny's special residue, let's see this proof if you really have it. Listen, that was forced into our hands, Flinch. Now you get to have the cheese touch. And it's already on it because that was what we last touched. Look at that sweet boy. Look at that sweet, stupid man. Mr. Smiles is, to put it nicely, what you may call a free spirit. This guy is dumb as rocks. There's no guarantee he would follow the rules and wear his uniform. And this evidence proves he was not wearing gloves. Phoenix is like, this guy's a mess, but also the residue. Wait, don't throw that filthy torch at me. No, we will. Touch it, Finch. Touch it. Go on, touch it. Will someone please wipe the chocolates off this evidence? No, it is the evidence. You ho. Nice try. Touch it. No, Your Honor. The chocolate is the evidence. Huh? That sound effect The creamy sounds followed up with like a very firm whacking is just a great combo isolated. Mr. Smiles was snacking on a chocolate bar during his patrol. That's why his flashlight is in this sorry state. Oh, he's standing sassy. And covered in his chocolatey prints. I'm gonna move again. Therefore, we know that he didn't wear gloves when patrolling that ship that night. Because he was a nasty boy. He's a rule-breaking, chocolate-loving Johnny Smiles was not the culprit. Because he's absolutely ass at his job. What? That's ridiculous. It's too silly. What game universe do you think you are in, ma'am? Shut up, Flinch. Your Honor, the defense has merely pointed out a possibility. Call this witness a criminal without actual evidence against her is preposterous. I don't think it is. I think it's probably fine. The prosecution's duty is to clear what doubts there may be regarding the defendant's guilt. Yep. Whack. And I've demonstrated that there is, at the very least, a possibility that the witness is not telling the truth. Ooh, at the very least, Espella Cantabella is not innocent. As corroborated by PC Badger, the toy she attempted to steal. Yes, corroborated by the plushie that is also a police officer that is also not alive. It can't corroborate. This is stupider than the parrot. The parrot technically kind of works. The police can't. What was that? Did Olivia just freeze for a second? Why you getting skittish, Olivia? What's wrong? Professor Flinch, explain to the court about this new toy. This new piece of evidence. This is the stuffed toy the defendant tried to steal that night. One of its legs would appear to be missing, the poor thing. This mayhap befell PC Badger as the witness and defendant were fighting. I'm trying so hard not to fall asleep. Go to bed if it's late! I'm assuming you are I think you're on a further coast than I am. Go sleep if you need to go to bed. I don't know how much longer I will be streaming. I think I'm probably gonna get to the end of this case and then wrap up for the night. But please go to bed if you're sleepy, but thank you for coming here in the meantime. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your... Well, Friday night's basically over. Have a wonderful weekend. If I don't stream again, if I don't chat with you before Tuesday? It's a weird few days for me. Keeping track of what day it is impossible right now. Anyway. The captain of the freighter reported the damage after the defendant's arrest. So, this is the stuffed animal Olivia snatched from Espella? Yep. I see. The court would like to hear the witness's testimony regarding the evidence. Tell me, why is this a thing? Witness, your testimony, please. I'm surprised that the witness stand hasn't, like, broken at this point. Witness, you've been asked to testify. I'm so very sorry. I got a little upset from all these accusations. Why'd you bring an eel to court, though? I'm used to this being called a liar. Yes, it's only natural. Don't worry about all that. It's all that slimy attorney's fault. Gross. Why do I feel like I'm a nail on the chopping board? The witness will now testify. Tell us how you retrieved this toy from the defendant. Gladly. Oh, il nostro mare. Okay. I wonder what she's saying. I don't get it. Whatever she said, I'll make sure it's the last time she says it in court. It's like, I don't know what you're saying, but shut the fuck up. Alright, let's do this. I wrestled this toy back from that thief and gave it to the police. Apparently you got knocked out cold. I don't know what her story is at this point. She's obviously lying. When I found that girl, I thought I couldn't let her get away with our precious cargo. That is an overstatement, my guy. You are really escalating the situation. Naturalmente, I had to get that toy back from her first. Its leg got ripped off, though. Aw, man, it's just like, what is it? It Takes Two? It's like that scene again. But there's no way I could have attacked or with that pipe. I was holding the toy in one hand. Okay. I don't remember much about when I was hit, but I got that toy back at least. I guess my question is, where's the other leg? Because he made a point of saying where it was missing. That likely means that we can see it somewhere. Let me look at this again. Can I see it here? There's something here. I don't know what's right here, but it seems odd. And the fact that shoes are off is also very strange. Are these cans of food? What's in here? Can we see the toy? No. Just looks crunched. Okay. I don't think it's like this necessarily yet. Back we go. I may not be security guard, but I'll do what it takes for the sake of our ship. You are overacting, my gal. It didn't do much good in the end. The PC is way too damaged to be sold. These lovely little toys are made at a workshop in London. Where are they distributed? We transport them down the River Thames, distributing them as children as we go. Didn't she call them bizarro toys earlier? Now suddenly they're cute? Also, why are you freaking out about... Why are you freaking out about someone taking a toy that was originally intended to be given away in the first place? And one of them. And what about these fingerprints on the toy? I don't think you can fingerprint that. It's a soft toy after all, so no usable fingerprints were found. Yeah, that would have not worked. Well, that's unfortunate. Regardless, the court accepts this into the evidence. Okay, so we physically have it. Great. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Cool. Give it to me. The toy Spella tried to steal, one leg was ripped off during her fight with Olivia. Oh, he's just a little guy. Didn't they say that the tag had been ripped off? This isn't the same one. This is a different one. Let me go back. Where is it? Tag torn from PC Badger. Espella was clasping it in her hand when seized by Smiles. This isn't the same one. So this isn't the toy that she had. I don't know where the leg went. But I don't think this was the toy that was in the scuffle. This is the tag. That's what she had. She had a toy and a tag. She took the tag off the toy. This isn't the same toy. Now how do we explain that? Alright, PC Badger. I wrestled this toy back from that thief and gave it to the police. I'm gonna press that because I think that might be where our thing is. When you enter the cargo hold, Espella had this stuffed toy. Naturalmente, I caught her red-handed. She was trying to steal it, I'm telling you. To be honest, it doesn't sound like she's lying. But is Espella really a thief? We can't be sure about it, just picking something up doesn't make you a thief. Anyway, something else in her testimony is on my mind right now. Has the defendant changed his mind about the innocence of its client now? Continue your testimony. Okay, so either that was Phoenix being like, press that, or Phoenix was being like, something else. When I found that girl, I thought I couldn't let her get away with our precious cargo.
Hold it!
Okay. This precious cargo was picked up from London? Yeah, the river shop where they make them is by the River Thames. Which is where we ran into Phoenix earlier. We come to pick up the cargo regularly. As is a regular direct delivery service, we do not see the need to investigate the cargo. If you confiscate our cargo for inspection, I won't be able to carry out my cooking experiments. Oh, that's a little frightening. Confiscate? What the heck is she cooking with exactly? The toys! Did you know that Crocs are made with non-toxic materials? So you can, in theory, cook and eat them? It's not a fun time, but it's something you can do. I think we can all see how committed Miss Aldente is to her work. Commitment and passion are the main ingredients of every dish I cook. Not safety whatsoever. Come on. Come on, game. Naturalmente, I had to get that toy back from her first. Its leg got ripped off, though. Well, where'd the other leg go? The stuffed animal's leg got ripped off when we were fighting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it came off easier than the shell of a freshly boiled lobster. Alright. Let's see. Oh. Did it just, like, shift up? That was weird. Let's see. This thing does seem kind of flimsy. Stop picking on PC Badger. He may be a plushie, but there's no reason to make fun of him. It's not very well made, though. Looks like it might just come apart if you pull it a bit. I ripped it out of the girl's hands and kept it with me until the police came. Okay. There's no way I could have attacked it with the pipe. I was holding the toy in one hand. Well, then how did she attack you? So you didn't hit the defendant with this steel pipe. Aren't you forgetting who the victim is here, sweetie? I am. And I didn't strike myself with that pipe. Are you getting little things backwards? Feeling dizzy? Maybe you haven't eaten properly. She's right. Someone else must have hit her. The guard? Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but... Ooh, finally. Oh. I don't remember much about when I was it, but I got the toy back at least. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I don't remember shit. I got a concussion. I don't remember much about it? So your thoughts are fuzzy. Yeah, and the room was dark, only because the emergency light was on. Oh, maybe Darklaw hit her. Question is, if Darklaw got on the ship? There's definitely no one else in that room, only me and that little girl. So it had to be her that hit me. I feel like she's the bad guy here. But it wouldn't be surprised if maybe multiple things were happening. I'm unsure, though. So that's it, huh? Well, Nick? This one's easy. I know what to do. You're finally starting to act like your normal self. That jet lag must have hit like a ton of bricks, huh? There's a clear contradiction in Olivia's testimony. It's time to present some evidence and expose her lies. Wow, great tips! Oh, it's clear what's weird! I mean, like, I think I know, but I don't know if the game agrees with me. I'm just gonna... Oh, did we get our credibility back? Why? Oh my god, I didn't mean to hit that again. Cargo! I don't need to see all of this. I want to run away. Purchase cargo. I'm just gonna present the tag, because I feel like that might be it. Objection! Yes! Okay. Miss Aldente, I would like to confirm just one thing. The stuffed animal you submitted to the police, is it this one? Yeah, that's the one, no doubt about it. I'm sorry, but if that's the case, things simply don't add up. Huh? What doesn't add up? If it's about the leg, that's the girl's fault. Remember? You got ripped off because she wouldn't let go. The problem is not that something's missing from a stuffed animal. On the contrary, it's something that shouldn't be there in the first place. Something shouldn't be there. That is, of course, this item. This is the final piece of evidence received from the guard, Mr. Smiles. When I seized the girl at the crime scene... Yes! Hot boy, hot boy! I miss you already, Smiles. You're the best of us. She was clasping this in her hand. She didn't even seem to notice. And what could that be? It would appear to be PC Badger's tag, Your Honor. Strange, isn't it? Something was definitely ripped off this plushie. But it wasn't its leg. It was the tag. Alright, heels out. That feel when you're mad, so you just whip it out. You noticed it too, didn't you, Miss Aldente? This was a stuffed animal that Catabella was holding when you found her. Then why is the tag still on it? Why? Ah! Ooh, crunch, crunch, crunch. Order, I will have order. What is the meaning of this? Hey, you... I thought that said you topless-looking prosecutor over there. Hey, you tasteless-looking prosecutor over there. He's like, I'm not topless. I'm clearly wearing multiple shirts. What's this about a tag? You didn't tell me anything about that. Oh. Is someone feeding false testimony to the witnesses? If you'll please calm down. This is not a good look. It's no use blaming the prosecutor. Oh? You didn't even know this tag existed. Yeah, he also learned about it. Objection! Technical difficulties. Sometimes they're fun. Witnesses, I have not been informed of such evidence. The fuck is this? If you have this in your possession, why don't you hand it to the police? Sorry, Mr. Prosecutor, but I'm an expert at what I do. My expert advice to myself is that I better keep it as my secret weapon. I love that as the stream has gone on, my face is relaxing more, so that means that my eyes are, coming back to my, more natural resting position. So I just, glance over and just see my model just go... I have to, keep more of an effort as the stream goes on to, make sure that my eyes are wide open, so that I'm not just, just completely passing out. God bless you, Smiles. So I waited for the right moment to single-handedly settle this trial. We love you. We love you, Smiles. For better or worse, this tag's existence has only recently come to light. Neither the prosecution, nor you, nor your honor, knew about this before the trial. Good. But then, why is there a tag on this toy? Good question. I think someone might be committing a little bit of perjury? How come this toy is a tag? I don't know. The answer is simple. There's a tag on the stuffed animal because the toy was swapped. There's only one possibility. Miss Aldente, before handling the toy to the police, you swapped it for another. Listen here to yourself. Why would I even do something like that? Ridiculo. And that's right, this tag must be a fake. Why? There are literally so many tags. Why would it be a fake one? A fake? Why would you think that? That chocolate freak must be trying to frame me, that's what it is. That would have been a really deep string. Mr. Smiles has no motive to do something like that. No motive? Doesn't require much thinking to come up with one. He wanted attention. Yeah, what he said. The guard lied to show off. That's all it is. I do believe that, but I don't know. Did Johnny produce bogus evidence to draw attention to himself? I don't think it's impossible. I just don't necessarily think it's relevant. I'll say it's possible. It's possible, perhaps, but not very likely. He already had attention. Ah, see? See? Next time I see that guard, I'll test my new knife on him. Babe, no. Leave him alone. However, it's easy to check whether this evidence is genuine. What? How? How do you plan to check? By checking the fingerprints, of course. Fingerprints? Ah! Hello, Jen! Thank you! Thank you for the loves. Thank you. Welcome to stream. We're dealing with a woman who's trying to murder an eel. I hope you're having a lovely Friday, and I hope your weekend is lovely. You've gotten to the later end of the stream, and my model keeps like starting to relax because my eyes are like becoming their very relaxed, squinty selves. So I have to keep making sure my eyes are nice and wide open. When he sees Miss Cantabella, she was holding the tag in her hand. Her print should be all over that damn thing. Therefore, her fingerprints should still be on that tag. Gah! Bailiff! Have his evidence investigated immediately. That was awesome! Nick, we've almost got him! Mr. Finch, I have a question for you. What is it? New witness is Italian, and probably did a bad thing. When you searched the crime scene, did you find a toy without a tag? Well, Mr. Finch, did you? No, considering the circumstances, it did not seem necessary to investigate so thoroughly. Well, look where we are now, Flinch. Look where we've gotten. At the very least, I can tell you that all the toys in the crate had tags on them. Interesting. Excuse me, Your Honor. What? What is it, Mr. Wright? It appears no stuffed animal was found without a tag. Which means that it may still be hidden at the crime scene. An interesting point. But where might it be? Move the mic. Ah. Is my mic falling off my stand? No, we're good. Your Honor, the defense requests that the ship be searched thoroughly this time. Send a forensics team there immediately. Damn, Phoenix, mobilize. You're requesting another search? You apparently didn't do a search the first time. This isn't really another one. You, like, vaguely looked at the area. What? Surely you can't be serious. Whether the toy was swapped or not, it doesn't matter in the least. They're all the same. Any of them will do just fine. Yes, but this isn't the right one. Where did the other one end up? That's exactly why it's important. All these plushes are the same. No need to swap one for another. Get Flinch's vice principal looking ass. God. And yet... That poor fish. He needs to go into retirement after this. Why is the witness getting so worked up about it? I don't know. I don't know. That's just... I had a feeling that there was something odd about this case. Stolen stuffed animal, an assault connected to it. There had to be more to it. There had to be another crime under the surface. I'm hearing weird noises. I'm not sure where they're coming from. Nick! Get his ass. This is it. What should I do? The final testament. Just request a search. Come on. Bonk. Your Honor, the defense insists on a search. Hey Sam, can your model spin 360? I think I can. Let me test it. I'm gonna back up a bit so I can get out of my chair. I'm taking the headphones off. Let's see. The question is going to be, is it going to freak out once my face is gone? So let's see. Am I backing up on anything? No. Okay. No, okay. It freaks out when my face isn't, like, clearly accessible. And then it just snaps back into place. If I was in, like, a proper secondary program, I could probably do a 360 spin, but I'm just in base VC face, which is, like, the weakest, like, it's like not the worst program for, like, 3D model VCing, but it's definitely the lightest, so it gets the job done. Oh yeah, all Vroid models that have titty come with pre-programmed jiggle. Let me see if I can. Let me move upwards. I wiggle. Come on. There we go. Yeah, they got a little jiggle. They get the boomba. It's so funny because depending on, like, what outfits you're wearing, the obviousness of the jiggle can vary, even if the model doesn't have, like, much booba at all. So it's very funny. I do have a model that she doesn't have much booba, but in, like, a more, like, what's the word for it? In a more risque blouse, like, there's very minimal visible jiggle. But then in this, like, Argyle sweater, it's like I breathe and the model's like, Potonga? It's like, why is the Argyle sweater making the obvious booba bounce? It's very strange. Should a plushie without a tag be found on the ship? Then there's a strong possibility that this case will be resolved. Damn, okay. I don't think it's a horniness thing. I think it's more of like the colors make it read differently. I'd be shocked if it's like, because when you're putting on a different outfit, it's not changing the physics and it's not changing the bones of the thing. At least the way that I've been uploading custom outfits, or at least custom skins for outfits. So it just so happens that this Argyle sweater makes the absolute titty bounce. But Phoenix, what are you saying? There might be a strong possibility that this case is resolved if we find a random toy. The prosecution was... Oh. My god, she's dead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You can't! No, you can't search it again! You just can't!
Real rough combo of, again, wet sounds accompanied with this woman grunting. Ah, this woman is so full of unfortunate sound effects. Witness, you good? Miss Aldente, why did you swap the stuffed animal? That is Ace Attorney style, that is correct. And why are you so afraid of having the ship searched? Why is it, Miss Aldente? PC Badger holds all the answers. I'm impressed that she got that fish into the court with nobody really raising an objection. I say, Mr. Wright, could it be that you already know the reason behind the swap? No. Of course, I don't have definitive proof, but I got a hunch. But when it comes to pointing out a possibility, I might have something. Wow, congrats, Jen, on managing to be the second person to mention clown titties today. And not the first. You've managed to make an achievement. Very well then, let's see some evidence. Yeah! Do you have evidence that would explain why Miss Aldente is against the search? I've got this newspaper.
Take that!
The music's still going. There's a certain article in this newspaper. Okay, we're good. Elusive jewel thieves at large in London. Scotland Yard and Red Alert. Oh, ooh. I'm wondering, did she steal the jewels and, like, put them in one of them little toys? But then, maybe she's working with Smiles, and Smiles, like, betrayed her last second and was like, bonk! Oh, that robbery. I have heard about it, of course. A group of thieves robbed a jewelry shop and made away with about 50 pieces of jewelry. Damn. Many extremely valuable stones were stolen as well. Scotland Yard's under great pressure to find them. Damn, they stole from an item shop. They're rough. All packages sent from London are being scrutinized by police. Oh, and what is up doing this case? Proving nothing. Blah, 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 blah. I beg to differ. The jewel theft took place in London. And that's where our freighter picked up its cargo. London? Ah, it can't be. Witness. You good, witness? That night, you discovered a defendant in the cargo hold. She was holding one of the plushies. You knew you had to get it back. You had to get it back at all costs. But why go so far for a mere plushie? Oh, she's just a jewel thief! Oh no, we gotta bail her out of jail after this so that Jen has a chance. That's a close-up. That's a close-up I ever saw one. There's only one possible reason. You couldn't afford to have the police discover what was inside of it. Run, fish, run! Yeah! Get her ass! This fish fights back. Property crimes against the rich are hot, okay? Listen, you're valid, but going to jail makes it hard to simp. I feel like that's just a fact. We have just received a report from the team investigating the crime scene. This toy was hidden between a storage unit and a pipe. Ah? The toy has been cut open and the contents examined. And this was found inside. A pink diamond worth, Jesus, 100,000 pounds. For you, maybe. Yes! I think it's a fair statement that being in prison makes it very hard to do things that require being outside of prison. We've also received a report from the crime lab. The defendant's fingerprints have been found on the tag. You have anything to say, Miss Aldente? Oh no. Oh, she got slapped by the fish. I lost, didn't I? So you are... Yes, I'm one of them. I am one of the jewel thieves. My role is to get the loot out of London. The police never checked the regular shipments from that workshop. We decided to take advantage of the blind spot. Indeed, the regular direct delivery service has been overlooked by the police. Possibly because that workshop produces the very mascots representing the police. The other crew had nothing to do with it. I used their ship, that's all. Also, Smiles had nothing to do with it. It was you who had the jewels inside the plushies. There's one jewel in each toy. I was carrying them away one by one. The defendant happened to pick up one of those toys. I had my heart standing still when I saw that girl in the cargo hold. Whenever I was free, I stood guard in front of that room. And yet she got in somehow. So there she was in the room with the hidden loot, one of the toys, in her hand. So... how did Espella get in there, perchance? I don't know if she was trying to steal a toy or what. I just had to get it back from her, no matter the cost. Then I handed it a different toy and made it look like it was ripped in the fight. It would have been all over me if the police had found any of the jewels. I mean, not really. You could have just been like, I don't know how that got there. Why would I be related to the toys? Hoon! Thank you for the subscription. Thank you. Hugs. Hugs and kisses. Thank you. Welcome to stream. We're probably wrapping up soon? I don't know how much longer this case is going to go, but we're at the end of the prologue, so we'll be wrapping up in probably 20 minutes. We'll see. We'll see. But welcome to stream. Happy to have you here. How was D&D, by the way? I believe you guys were doing the Dungeons and the Dragons tonight. But who was in the end? Who was it in the end? Who hit Olivia? Yeah, Fallout time, let's go! Not the D&Ds. It's the... whatever the system is for that. I don't think you guys are doing D&D. You're doing something else. Some other tabletop RPG. Oh, I almost forgot about that. This woman got beat in the back of the head by someone.
At first, I thought it must have been that little girl that hit me.
I guess it wasn't.
But now I don't know.
You don't know?
No one else was supposed to be in that room.
But who could have been in that room? Who do you reckon? Oh yeah, Fallout New Vegas is free on Epic now, or soon. I thought it was just heavily discounted. I didn't realize it was free currently. That's cool.
But what if there was someone in the shadows?
Man, we had all of this case to argue that point. It's a bit late now to be like, but maybe there was someone else. It's like, okay. It's been 2 hours, ma'am. It's been about 2 hours. We spent like 40 minutes fapping about before we started. It's too long. Too long, ma'am. We won. Get out of here.
Some mischievous person hidden in the darkness.
Ah, mischievous people. I always forget that Epic still runs their, like, free game thing. I was really on top of it a couple years ago, but then I never played the games on Epic. Which reminds me, is it Overcooked 1 or 2 that has the multiplayer? Because I have one of them, and I still need to play multiplayer with you guys at some point. Because I still want to play... I want to play that game. It looks fun. Judge, that was weird. It cannot be said that all mysteries have been resolved. Epic is how I got into Subnautica, and it's 2. Yeah, Subnautica! Let's go! But it has become clear that Miss Cantabella is innocent. Yes, Overcooked. I've got one of them. I don't know which one it is, and I've never opened it, but I have it on Epic. Ugh. You making your noises. Well then, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. It would seem that I owe you thanks for seeing us to the truth. With Sam, Alarnia, Laura, and I, we have a full kitchen team. This will only end well. This will only go well. 5 minutes into it, we'll just be screaming. No need to thank me, Your Honor. I'm literally doing my job. I was just doing my job, like I always do. Aw, he's bashful. Is that really the smartest thing you can come up with? It's technically true. And Mr. Flinch. 40 lashings. Yes, Your Honor. This trial was part of the Legal League of Attorneys Exchange program, wasn't it? Maybe this trial served a lesson for you, too. Is that understood? Why is this a whole, like, congrats on the job well done, looks to the other guy, you fucking piece of shit! It's like, damn, being a lawyer in this world is very strange. Why was that?
It is as you say, Your Honor. Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look! Without my glasses, I can't see, and I don't want to be seen. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
He's got some baby girl energy. I dig it. Poor sweet boy. They got a baby girl him. What ghost is tormenting him? Who knows? No bully, Mr. He's just a little guy. He's just a wee guy. The court has reached its verdict. I pronounce the defendant Espella Cantabella. Yay! We win! Imagine if they used confetti in real court. And, like, what would they drop if they ended up being guilty? Like, would it still be the confetti? We did it! My baby girl needs therapy after this trial. He really does. He really... Something's not great there. This guy needs to chat with someone. Congrats, you did it, Nick! Yeah, thanks. I guess I should be happy. But the hot woman's mad at me. But Darklaw's cold gaze is staring daggers through me. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You are better than I thought. Had I known earlier, I would have asked you to prove Espella's innocent from the very start. Well, you didn't, did ya? And look what happened. I did my job. I'm glad you're happy about the verdict after being really weird earlier. Espella, come and thank Mr. Wright. Oh, Espella. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Glad I could help. Oh. You good? Hey, Espella. What's that big book you got there? What's your special interest? Do you have any hyperfixations? Maya walks up to Espella. So what's wrong with you? I was at work yesterday, walking from lunch back to the office, and I passed by like 2 people having a conversation, and all I heard was, so what's wrong with you? Just like kept going. And it took a lot in me to not turn around and like follow that conversation. Cause what a great line to hear just in passing. Espella looks like the girl in the MIB shooting range. Oh, she does, yeah. Maya's looking for something new to hit her boss with. The books look suitably heavy. Violence. Oh, please forgive her. She's a bit shy, you see. She's very fond of books. At any rate, now Espella can return to her peaceful life at our boarding school. How awkward, like, I know she's lying. Like, I know all of this is a grand lie to some degree. But, like, how awkward would it be to have gone through that whole thing with your tutor being like, now, the girl says that she's guilty, so just let it happen and we'll be on our way. And then being like, well, now that she's been proven innocent, since you have already ignored what I asked for you to do, hopefully she will have a lovely life for the rest of her days. I would be fucked up if my teacher was like, yeah, just let him, get, killed for something that wasn't, like, wow. My goodness, Darklaw, you were quite the character you are. And it's all thanks to your hard work, Mr. Wright. You good? She needs some milk! Now, please excuse us. We have some formalities to attend to. I mean, clearly Isabella is either brainwashed or disassociating. Yeah, she's not doing okay. My theory is her soul has been sent to the Shadow Realm, with which maybe one day it will return. Labyrinthia is the Shadow Realm. That's the new theory. Actually, straight up, like, even having played this game before, I'm not entirely certain why she's acting like this right now. It honestly, she may just be having a trauma response right now. Like, she might just straight up be disassociating based on what I remember. But that's good. We'll get that answer a long time in the future. Mr. Wright, you were truly outstanding in that court today. Farewell. Damn, they really are witches and wizards in this game. She apparated away. Bye-bye. Phew. It's finally over. You know, something's still bothering me about this case. Huh? The person who hit Olivia. Where did they go? That's true. We don't know who actually assaulted Olivia. Oh! Oh! I think I remember why Darklaw is being so weird. I think it was Darklaw who hit her. And she was like, don't fucking go into this, because if they start accusing me of killing people, then oh, this is gonna be rough. I think that's what's happening. Because it's either that or it's Mr. Smiles, and I feel like this would be a weird time to suddenly be like, Mr. Smiles was the actual killer. That'd make the most sense, I think. God forbid women do anything similar. I'm not saying that she cannot gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. I am just stating that that's maybe what happened. And that she doesn't want to be arrested for it. It wasn't Espella. There must have been another person at the scene of the crime. But neither Olivia nor Johnny saw anyone else. The room was dark, save for the emergency lights. I'm sure someone hid in the shadows. Johnny was wearing sunglasses. I'm amazed he saw anything at all. Yeah, that guy was not set up to be a guard. He missed all the clues, so it's not much of a stretch to imagine he missed the perpetrator too. This guy's so incompetent, he didn't see a whole ass person. How about we head back now? I'm at least relieved that we get to leave a case with like a loose end like this, because like Grace, if this was a Great Ace Attorney case, they would have been like, but wait, we don't know who hit her, which means it was still probably the defendant, even though we've already proved the defendant didn't do it. If we can't kill someone at the end, then what's the point? Or maybe they were just satisfied because they found a different crime, and we're like, alright, that's good enough, bye-bye. Okay, let's go check out Tower Bridge while we still have day left. What's Tower Bridge? Is that what's on the Thames? Is that the not Golden Gate Bridge? Ah!
What is it, Maya?
Oh, they're talking.
There, on the couch. Isn't that Espella's book?
Oh, hell yeah, Maya can still kill him with this. You're gonna get your wish, Jen.
It is the book she was holding. We should return it to her.
But where'd she go?
Hey, Nick. Let's see what kind of stuff Espella likes to read.
It's just porn. It's just all porn.
Just quit it, Maya.
Labyrinthia, huh?
Hmm?
The book is tiny.
Maya, look.
Huh? Hey, Nick, look, that's us, isn't it?
Sparkle, 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 sparkle. To be continued. Oh. Well, that's fun. That's a fun way to use the pie carrots. Okay. I would like to save. Yes, please. Not pie carrots. Yeah, no, I don't think these can be used for pie. Okay, if there's a cutscene, we'll watch that. But if not, we'll wrap up there. Ah, finally awake, I see. Oh, it's the professor! Oh, yeah! I'm gonna wrap up there. This is gonna be a good point to jump back into. Especially because we'll get a recap next time. I would like to exit now. Alright, let's go back to chat and stream. Oh, I'm floating. Oh, the ground is so far away! Let me pull me back down to Earth. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna lock that so I don't wiggle things around. Thank you, everyone who was able to come to the stream. I've been wanting to show off this model for a while now, and today was a lovely excuse to do a little debut. So thank you, everyone who came in. I don't know if I'm gonna use this more in the future, obviously. And it's going to remain a possible redeem in the future with like my other like PNG modes. But yeah, in the future, if you ever wanna see this model again, and you've got some points lying around, feel free to redeem it. That was a fun stream. I'm so excited to be playing this game again. I don't know if we're gonna play all the way through it, but we're definitely playing it now. But it is Friday evening, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful weekend. I don't know if I will stream this weekend. I might. But no guarantees right now. Let me see if there's anybody streaming right now to raid. I need to get out of my stream manager. Free me! Free me! I need to see who's streaming right now, because I can't open up on my friggin' computer, because it always freaks out. Woo! Velvet VT is playing Cult of the Lamb. I haven't watched her stuff in a while. She is, I believe, a vampire queen. Let me get to my quick actions. Raid, please. Yeah, let's raid her. A lovely lass. Alright. Starting raid. Y'all, please be lovely to her. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you guys again for coming to the debut. I love you guys, and I'm super excited to keep streaming. Also, happy late National VTuber Day. Was back on Monday. Was like VTuber Day. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!